So I apologize. I'll give everybody a second or two to get on while I try to refresh my tablet so I can. Da, 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 da. There we go. Come on. Come on. Nobody on yet, so that's fine. So, um, I can give you guys a minute or two while I take a refresh. I see at least two people on here. I don't know if it's Jerry Ann. Oh, seven people. Good. Good. Um, oh, excuse me while I readjust my pillow behind my back. It's a little. My back's been a little iffy. Um, I did go to see on Thursday my primary who gave me a bunch of sheets on different workouts for my strengthening my core muscles and doing shoulder exercises because my shoulder has been problematic. The pain is not the rotator cuff; it's this muscle region right here. Um, and I will say that with all the things happening to my body that has been trying to pull me down, I have more going on mentally that is lifting me up. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Now, cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows, except for you guys, or most of you guys, unless you were in the Friday night live chat with JHP. We talked about what's going on with the family. We have decided, all three of us have decided and agreed that we're going to do our damnedest to move to Colorado. I mean, Mom, Jerry, and myself are like, yes, let's move to Colorado. One, they've got more. The weather is better for all three of us. They've got better healthcare systems. They have in play in Colorado that I can get paid by the state of Colorado to be my wife's um, health monitor, home healthcare person. Um, we just have to get out there and go through those hoops. Now, one of the things that's going on is I I've been wanting to do this since I was in my 20s. I've been wanting to move to Colorado for a lot of different reasons in my 20s. The reason for moving out there now is not the same, even though those ideas are still in the back of my head. But I want to get out there, get things established, see what's going on. From what I understand, according to Jerry Ann's research, is if I get to be Jerry Ann's basically healthcare provider, home healthcare provider, basically, I we can basically travel. I can go wherever we want to, whether it's just a simple let's go explore Colorado to let's go visit family in a different state. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, I have not announced it on Facebook, which I'm going to talk to Jerry Ann a little bit later about that, because I'm hoping the family members that I have living in Colorado um, will be able to meet up and catch up on our lives because I know some of them by name or face and not name, but I know I have a second cousin who was a I don't remember where if it was upstate or what, but he was a sheriff in the state of Colorado, and I don't remember what town. Um, and those are stories from my father. But I met a couple years back when one of my cousins, my second cousin here in Missouri, who was married to my father's cousin, basically. When she turned 80, we all got together ensigns from across the nation got together and celebrated her 80th birthday. So I am happy about that. Um, Waynesville, Missouri. That's not too far away from me. That's a hop, skip, and a jump. Um, so, but yeah, we are going to on the 7th. We're going to travel out to um, Colorado, to the region that we're looking at, and we're looking at, south of Colorado Springs. Um, and I was told to look at a town in Colorado that's south of Colorado Springs by about an hour or so. Hey Nelly, glad to see you on here. Um, my trailer at Skyline Campground. Skyline. I don't know why that sounds familiar, but I don't think that's here in Missouri though. But I am literally ecstatic about everybody's on board with the idea of moving to Colorado. Now, it was Jerry Ann and my idea to move because we've been wanting to. Okay, okay, Nelly. We've been wanting to move out of state for a while. Um, Not sure why Jerry decided all of a sudden that she wanted to move westward. Personally, my personal opinion is she wants to move out there to be closer to um, closer to Lisa, or maybe even closer to her sister Julie, but not in the same state. Um, so we were looking, we were looking at a lot of different places like New Mexico. We never looked at Utah. We looked at Arizona, but decided it was too hot in the summertime. And then Jerry Ann found out that in Colorado or Arizona, they have state regulations where a spouse can be paid to take care of his or her wife. Well, I'm actually out on my shooting range during a little bit of long range shooting. Okay. Um, yes, 4th of July is just around the corner, so, you know, we are actually planning. So you guys are seriously moving. Yes, Nelly, we are seriously moving. Um, Basically, the 7th, we've got our plans, our travel plans to drive out there, spend one night on the other end of Kansas. That's about a 6 to 7 hour drive, and then get up early and drive the rest of the way into where we're going to Colorado. And we'll be staying in a hotel basically the whole time we're gone, um, to look at the areas and check out, the different areas. I'm planning on grabbing a real estate magazine just to see what the prices are. Um, the latest thing we've been doing is trying to decide, are we going to try to purchase a house or do a rental. Jerry would like to do, and I'm kind of leaning towards this. Jerry would like to get um, a plot of land out there that we can park an RV, and then get a double wide for mom, and that way mom has her own living area and we have the RV to live out of. But I think what she really wants to do is be able to buy a plot of land and build a house on it, which I don't think that's going to happen. So now we're looking at possibly renting, you know, rent something that we can all afford to live in without being on each other's nerves, and basically renting until we can afford to purchase. We actually just got done talking today with a friend and her brother is thinking, because he wants to move out here, he wants to move to Missouri, to Raleigh instead of being in St. Louis, and he was talking about putting the house, basically purchasing the house, getting a mortgage, and owning the house. Um, I'm fine with it either way, because either way, renting it out to the people I'm talking about, um, would get us some money every month. But if they decide to purchase it outright, that's a larger chunk of money in our pocket that we can go and instantly buy, or have enough money to say, yeah, we can budget X amount of dollars from our pocket plus whatever VA is willing to help us out with. So it's one of those things. Yes, Nelly, I know moving is so much work, but it is fun. To me, it's fun. I'm sorry. To me, it's fun. Um, I've been moving every 3 years since I was born. Military life. My father being in the military, it's like, oh, you've been here too long. You've been here 3 years. Time for you to move to someplace new. So because of that, I got that bug where every so many years, it's like, can we move to a different location, or can we change our scenery? Not exactly move, but change our scenery. Hi, Marianne. Hey, Pam. Um, so yeah, we're pretty much locked into moving to Colorado. Um, like I was saying before, we're gonna go out there on the 7th of March, or not March. God, the 7th of this month, and spend a week out there to check it out, explore, get all the things, whatnot. No, um, we're not moving all our furniture. We're what we're going to do. Um, that's right, Pam. One of your family members, one of your kids lives out there. That, in fact, we have that cousin that lives out there, and I don't know if they're all still out there. Um, but what we're going to do is we're going to go out there. We're gonna take a look at the areas that we were looking on, lying about, and it might be one. Well, I don't exactly want to tell you towns because I don't know what. Yeah, all of was it Robert's kids, or I can't remember the other cousin, one of Marvin's brothers. But anyhow, we're gonna go out there for the week. We're gonna check it out, and then we're going to come back home and start working on purging. Literally, we're gonna go room by room and just purge the crap out of the room. Some of the furniture is gonna stay with the house. Um, but yeah, we're going to do major purging and basically have a yard sale to sell, get enough money on hand for us to at least go out there and find a place to stay until we can get into an actual home, whether it's rental or not. Um, so yeah, we have a lot of family out there in Colorado. So I'm looking forward to going there. Mom, actually, we sat down and we were gonna sell a house. Then we were gonna try to do like a rental system where the house is being rented out, so we can get a little bit of cash each month. And then Heidi, and then the basically Diane's home health person and her brother are going to try. They're either going to try to purchase, like literally get a mortgage and buy the house, or we're going to do a rent to own system where they're paying X amount of dollars towards us till they can basically pay off the how much we're asking for it. Um, Pam, actually, the area that we're looking, which is southern Colorado, is not that bad. We're looking at like southern Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Colorado, Canyon, Colorado, um, and a few other things. So yeah, we are serious about this move. Jerry even said, "Come hell or high water, we're moving." I'm like, okay, you're even more serious than I am. And surprisingly enough, Jerry is not in full control. But the thing is, Mom is also like, yes, Southern Colorado would be fine because the coldest it gets in January is like 49 degrees as a high, and maybe 20 to 19 degrees as a low, while their highest in July is like mid to low 90s with lows in the like 70, high 60s, low 70s. So it's kind of like, yes, we found it. Yes, Colorado does. I mean, I've had dreams, and like sometimes they're dreams of grandeur, but I've had dreams since I was in my late teens, early 20s to move up there. And at no, actually, Pam, the snow in January for the area we're looking at, like Pueblo, is only 1.4 inches in January, and that's the highest it gets, unless it's like a freak of nature type storm. But I ever since I started reading the books by Mary Summer Rain and finding out a lot of the different ghost hauntings and paranormal activities, and I've always wanted to meet Mary Summer Rain, hoping that she would help me learn the herbal or the Native American medicines with the different herbs and spices. And I'm not chasing after. I'm not going to Colorado to chase after her for that purpose. I'm just like I'm going to Colorado because this is where I've wanting to be. I've been wanting to be in the area for decades. I mean, granted, the one place that we were at when I was younger, because we helped my cousin move up there, and the area was the valley was called Paradise Valley. I can't remember the name of the town, but yeah, it was a little chilly that particular day, and it was like May or something like that. And mom was like, no, no, it's too cold for me. But yeah, it's a very beautiful state. My mind is like, oh man, I can go on bike trails, I can go on hiking trails, I can go camping, I can see all the beautiful sights, and you know, if it's in the stars or however you want to put it, for me to meet Mary, so be it. But I'm not going to be actively chasing after her, um, because, well, she's got her life to live, and I got my life to live. And granted, she is now an empty nester from what I hear from the last book I read. Even though well, the girls are old enough to live on their own. They don't all live in the same house, but I'm like, yes. So I'm just kind of like, I really want to be there. I just got from Yellowstone, Redwoods, Yosemite, California Ocean, Grand Canyon, Route 66. We went through 16 states in 8.5 days. Wow, that's awesome. Um, that is awesome. Fountain, Colorado. I don't remember where that is, but I think that's around Colorado, North Colorado Springs. I think. Um, yeah, you're right. The shopper is going to need a vacation from her vacation. Oh, your daughter took her. Nice. Um, well, Pam, hopefully we'll get to meet then, because hopefully we'll be out there by September. That's my hopes. Like I told Mom and Jerry Ann, I would love to be out there towards late July, um, early August, or mid August, because I want to be there to feel summer changing to fall and then changing to winter. Because I mean, summer is the best time of year to move to any mountainous state like Colorado. But um, you know, it all depends on how things go here, because one, it sounds like we've already got a potential buyer renter, um, you know, hooked in. Actually, this gentleman is the sister of my wife's my wife's health caretaker, and her boyfriend, her brother, and the brother's girlfriend that lives in St. Louis are going to try to take over the house and basically buy it from us. Um, no, I have not seen Sheila in a while, so I don't know what's going on. I hope she's okay. Um, yes, I want to move before my birthday and before winter. So I'd like to be out there before October, but the sooner the better. And like I said, we right now it sounds like we've got everything rolling in the right direction. The week of the 7th, we're going out there from the 7th to basically from, hold on. I gotta get a calendar so I can look at these dates. Um, we have family in Evergreen. Yeah, I don't remember all the places, but there's a lot of people that we have in Colorado. Let's see here. So we're going to be leaving this coming Friday, the 7th, and probably we'll be back around the 14th. So we might be well, actually, we're talking about trying to get back before Jerry's birthday, which is the 13th, but we're going to spend like a week out there. So we might be celebrating Jerry's birthday out there and then coming here and celebrating again. I don't know. Um, Jerry's doctor at this point in time, she wants her to start on a chemo treatment, and well, Jerry, I think Jerry's going to hold off on that. I would like her to at least start before we go out there, so when we get out there, she can find a new doctor and whatnot. Hey, JP or JHP, sorry. Um, so I'm hoping when she gets out there, as soon as she gets out there, she can get into. Well, I can't remember if Pueblo has a cancer center, but we know Colorado Springs does, and that's only like a 50-minute to an hour's drive. Um, I we're not even thinking about going that far north. If we go anywhere north of Pueblo, it's just going to be Colorado Springs, and there's a lot of suburbs around and whatnot around Colorado Springs. So it's kind of like I would rather be in the suburbs or out in the countryside than in the city. So it's kind of like, but yeah, we're not going north. So we're trying to stay in the southern parts um, of Colorado. It's so sad to see people suffering and or struggling. Oh, I understand that, Diane. I mean, I don't like you know people suffering for any reason. Um, and I hate to sound like this, but sometimes those people basically bring it on themselves in one way, shape, or form, even though it's still not good. Um, Mark is supposed to be in Colorado somewhere. Last time I heard anything from about Mark was he was working a ski lodge up in Aurora during the winter time, and during the summertime he was doing maintenance of one form or another. So maybe I'll run into him when I move up there. I don't know. Oh, okay, James. Um, but yeah, I mean, Colorado is riddled with all kinds of things that I'm interested in. You know, nature, the mountains, haunted locations. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta keep myself settled and get into Colorado and get things settled in Colorado before I even start um, looking for haunted locations or whatnot. Oh, he still lives up there. Okay, I'm glad you keep in touch with him, Pam. I've been out of touch with just about everybody out there. Um, and that's going to be another thing that's going to be nice is we're going to be living so close to Aunt Lee and them that if we decide to visit them for Christmas, we could, or a holiday, we could. Um, but not that I don't want to reconnect with them. I would rather try to reconnect, or yeah, I would rather try connecting to family members in Colorado that I don't know very much about, but they're family and I need to know, enough or something. Um, yeah, JHP, there is more to come. Um, I was going to make a vlog earlier today, but decided to do a live, and I was talking about how one of the things I would love to do is get one of um, those ProGo cameras that you can hook to a strapping system on your chest or something like that, because it's like I'd be able to take all that raw footage and turn it into, YouTube videos. Hey, yeah, today is such and such. I'm walking on this trail, 5 miles outside of wherever, whatever major town. One of the things I do not plan on doing while I'm in Colorado, because I am not that much of a fan of whitewater rafting. So I will probably never do whitewater rafting. I will do, yeah, GoPro. Okay. Um, I would rather do like just simple canoeing or kayaking on not really whitewater rapids, but on, you know, cool, like not too hard. What do they call them? Like a class 1 rapid compared to a class 5 hold on your seat and hope you don't drown type thing. Yes, that's one of the other things I was thinking about is a drone. Um, but I mean, either or a GoPro or a drone, I would love to do. Because I mean, depending on what area of southern Colorado we live in, depends on a lot of different things. And one of the things my mom was asking me the other day was, I would probably end up crashing the drone too. That's why I'm probably looking more at the GoPro, unless I can get something that's really easy to work with. But mom asked me the other day when we were doing research is what kind of dangerous animals do I have to worry about out there? And I said, well, in the towns and whatnot, you probably won't have to. Stanley Hotel, yeah, I heard about that. Hey Debbie, I I'm willing to go out and I know nature well enough to know what the signs are, but we looked at the top eight, the top eight most dangerous animals in Colorado, and I had to laugh because it's like I didn't realize Colorado had moose. I know moose are dangerous. You try to hit a moose with a car, and your car is basically trashed. I've seen damage to semis because of these moose. So it's like, yeah, I know to stay away from the moose. I know to stay away from the elk and the deer during mating season, or the rut. I knew about rattlesnakes. I knew about not really scorpions, but I knew about the different spiders. They have the black widow and the brown recluse, but the one that I just kind of went, how would that little guy be dangerous? Ticks. And I was just kind of like, yes, there are snakes up there. There are rattlesnakes. There's the prairie rattlesnake. Um, it's a subspecies of the diamondback rattler, and a third rattlesnake that I've never heard of. So I'm just kind of like, you know, that'd be awesome. Uh, but I am not worried about that because I'm very very familiar with all the do's and don'ts of being out in the backwoods. One of the things that I learned from Yellowstone is take a giant walking stick that you have bells tied onto it and just hit the ground really hard, because the vibration of you hitting your walking stick on the ground will cause the rattlesnakes to go away. They don't like the vibrations. They'll go away, or they'll at least give you enough warning that, hey, you're getting too close. You know. Hi, Red. Um, so I'm prepared for the wilderness. My mom, not so much. Jerry, don't know. So it's kind of like one of those, you know, that might be my time away from home, or time away from being a caretaker, and just go out for a walk in the woods, or someplace like that. Jerry's looking forward to all the opportunities of camping, but she's also talking about, we're kind of discussing like, do we rent, do we try to buy, or what Jerry suggested earlier, which I was kind of like, I don't know about that, was buying a plot of land, big enough for maybe a double wide and an RV with a small yard. And I was kind of like, how's that going to work for us? Because I can understand the whole wanting to be like two separate homes, but it's like that, and Jerry wants to basically have the RV, so when she wants to get out to go traveling or vacationing to various parts of the country, we already have the RV. And I'm just kind of like, okay. Because I was thinking to myself, as soon as we get up there, as soon as things settle down, as soon as money is figured out, and maybe, just maybe, if I can get a pickup truck, you know, we we would use the pickup truck to sleep in instead of trying to get an RV. Not that I'm not wanting the RV, I'm just trying to think practically. Um, let's see here. Well, I'm at our lake house today. We are on the boat all day. I need to take a shower and then go back on the boat and watch fireworks. Have fun, Pam. That sounds really fun. Um, have a great. Okay. Uh, where were some signs at stop rest stop that say stay on sidewalk and keep pets close? Um, well, Shopper Girl, I think a lot of, especially when you get closer to the mountains where they've got more chances of your dog getting hurt. A lot of places will tell you like what to look for, like gopher holes, listen for rattlesnakes. Just be mindful of your surroundings, which I think. Um, Try to go Cheyenne Mountain and get some UFO. You know, that might be a possibility when I get up there. Um, no, I know from my experiences with like Yellowstone National Park, you don't really want to let your pets go roaming around and you because of the wildlife out there alone. But the dangers and the reason why they tell you to stay on the walkways or the designated pathways is, especially in Yellowstone, you got maybe an inch or two worth of thin crust that basically you fall through it, you're basically boiled. You get boiled to death, and that's one of the top 5 ways of dying in Yellowstone. Um, but let's see here. Hey Brenda. But I tell you what, if it wasn't for Jerry, I would probably already have the car packed up and halfway there by now. Because that's, I mean, between my old desires and wishes and wants and whatnot, coming together with my modern day practicality of, okay, you got to do this, this, and this before you can do this, this, and this. So it's one of those like, I'm really, really like, I don't even know how to describe it. Um, Pumped up to get out there. We were joking when we were making the plans to go out there to look around. I said, "Yeah, we can go look around, but we have to stay together because there may be a chance somebody gets lost in the woods on purpose." And Jerry goes, "What do you mean you?" It's like, okay, but it's been one of those like this morning. I woke up. Well, granted, I woke up early to get the dog out for a walk, and then I came back in, went back to sleep. But when my 10 o'clock alarm went off, I was just like, "Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?" And my energy level, granted, was a little chaotic, but it was amped up to the max. And I didn't want to sit here and do anything. I literally wanted to. I mean, I literally wanted to just start packing my van, you know. Um, so I am doing very well. Um, like I was just saying, I mean, now that we're actually doing the things we've been talking about, and getting ready to go visit Colorado, check out the areas, and then come home and start purging and having a yard sale to get rid of the purged items. Um, some of the items that we're thinking about not taking with us or not keeping, which is certain, like the guest room furniture, we're not going to worry about taking that. We're going to leave it here. There's a few other pieces of furniture that we might be leaving here. There were, Jerry was talking about dining room table, and I'm like, well, the dining room table that's in the house was what left behind by the previous owners. The table that I'm sitting on, which is a dining room table, is been in my family for 100 to 150 years, and I'm like, yes, it's banged up. The chairs are no longer usable because they're just basically old and broken. Um, if we decide that this table is not going with us, I'm going to have to think about, what am I going to use for a desk or something. Of course, it also depends on, we're looking at right now, 3 to 4 bedrooms. We found a nice 4 bedroom, 2 bath within our budget. So I'm kind of like, that would be perfect for us, because then there's, mom has a room to sleep in, Jerry has a room to sleep in, we have a room to make an extra bedroom, and then the fourth room can either be an office or something like that. It also depends, like we might set up things in the living room. I even talked to mom about the apothecary stuff, and she goes, "Bring it with you. Bring it with you. Maybe you can learn how to use it better. Maybe you can learn how to, turn some of that stuff into, home remedies, home medicines, and whatnot." And I went, "Yeah." And then of course, Jerry was talking about, I may or may not need a job. If she can get me as her caretaker, I won't need to worry about a job outside the home. And I was thinking, yeah, the first kind of jobs I'm going to be looking for out there is to be able to work in like um, a new age shop, or an apothecary shop or something like that, because that's like what I want. That's kind of like what I want to do in the near future, is learn how to do that kind of stuff, so I can possibly make different, shampoos and lotions and cure alls and whatnot, and sell them at the new age shop. But I'm not holding my breath. It's just one of the many, many things going through my head. Um, yeah, Chris, we are moving. We're moving to Colorado, southern Colorado, the Pueblo, Colorado Springs region. Because the weather is just right for us. It doesn't get too cold. It doesn't, dump a lot of snow. It doesn't get too hot. Granted, mountain 97 degrees could be, 97 degrees with a cool breeze, which means it might feel in the 80s, depending on the time of year. You know, um, yes, mom wants to go. Mom wants to go. All three of us are in this together of going to Colorado. So we're all going. The only member of the family that's not going is Oreo. We have a friend who is going to try to buy the house off of us. He lives in St. Louis, and he's going to come down to visit family and whatnot. I think he said he was going to bring his dogs, which is fine by me. I mean, I've seen his dogs; they're well um, disciplined dogs. But you know, how much are the homes in what area? Because we're looking at a lot of different areas. Um, we do have a dog sitter, so I'm not worried about that. Um, The move, we're not sure exactly when it's going to be. We're right now, we're planning on going out there to look, maybe grab a couple of real estate mags, maybe talk to a real estate agent. Don't know yet. I mean, right now it's just let's go down there and look and see what happens before we leave. We're going to be down there for a week. 2 days there, 2 days back, 3 days to look at the areas. Um, so you know, it looks like everything is a go. We're just keeping and trying to keep our ducks in a row, trying not to jump the gun. Um, but like I said, we've got a potential buyer. Um, I don't know if they're going to do a rent to own or if they're going if it's going to be a mortgage where they're going to buy the house straight up. Um, I've seen pictures of Pikes Peak and I would love to go look it out. Look it out. Look at it. Oh my goodness. My brain is on hyperdrive. Sorry, folks. Um, there's a lot of things for me. I mean, just talking about me and what I'm looking forward to, besides the beautiful scenery and whatnot, but the chance to check out a lot of different haunted areas that are basically supposedly haunted. Um, all the different mountain trails and just all the different outdoor activities year round for the area that we're looking at. I mean, winter highs are like in the mid 40s. Their lows, and this is January. January's highs are around 40 in the 40, upper 40s. Their can get down to 19 degrees. Their summers during July can get up to like mid to upper 90s with lows at night into the 60s. So I'm like, yes, won't be too hot and it won't be too cold. So I'm really like, I mean, just talking about it, I'm like, I just want to pack up the car and go. But we've got, mom's got an appointment on the 6th. Basically, well, I'm not going to count today, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we have no doctor's appointment, so we're going to try to do some cleaning around the house, or at least I am. Um, Wednesday, Jerry's going up with her home health person to St. Louis to pick up the brother and a niece that's flying in, and they're going to come out here to Rolla and check out some. Basically the gentleman that they're picking up is the gentleman who's going to try to buy the house, and then basically Thursday, mom has an appointment of some sort, and then Friday morning we're leaving out. So Thursday, basically all day Thursday, I'm going to be busy with like rearranging the seating in the car, um, putting all the luggage and stuff that we need to take, plus mom's up walker and Jerry Ann's wheelchair. So I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's just like, okay, one day at a time, one day at a time. What's today? What's today? What's today? Oh man, it's only Sunday. Um, oh, I gotta reset that. We had a power outage earlier. I just realized I didn't set my digital clock over here. But I am, well, to be honest with you, I'm busting out. I am literally like, I've got, you know, but anyhow. Yes, we are moving to Colorado, southern part of Colorado. Um, well, my mom is using a walker. Jerry Ann is, she prefers her wheelchair, but you know, I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, I'll push you as much as I can, but you're gonna have to help me out. So I'm like, like I was saying earlier, I'm just, I mean, this is a dream that has been in my head since my teens. So 30, 35 years, since I was 16. So 37, 36, or I don't know. But I'm just like, yes, finally some of my dreams are coming true. Um, you know, I just, I just want to get out there. I want to get out there, find ourselves a nice place to live, settle down, and then start doing what I've been wanting to do for a long time with Colorado, and that's looking at haunted sites. What made us choose Colorado? Well, I've been wanting to move to Colorado since I don't know when. Like I was just saying, since I was like 16, 17 years of age. Um, hey, Cam. And I've been wanting to move to Colorado. At first, it was because of an author who lives up in that area, but I'm not going up there to try to chase after this author for more knowledge or information. I'm going up there for me. If I happen to chance run into the person I'm talking about, so be it. That's up to the universe. Um, but there's just so many other reasons. I mean, health wise, the weather is perfect. I mean, winter highs don't get below 40; they get into the upper 40s. Winter highs are like mid 90s. There's only in January, the height of the winter, there's only 1.4 inches worth of snow that could accumulate. You know, that's just some of the benefits. The other benefit is they've got better cancer centers up in Colorado Springs. The state of Colorado has a support system that basically I could get paid by the state to be my wife's caretaker and not have to worry about an actual job outside the home, even though I'm probably going to be like, once a week, honey, once a week, I have to have a whole day by myself, whether I'm out gallivanting Colorado or just vegging, some corner of the house or wherever. Of course, knowing me, if I have my driver's license and I know where I'm going, then GPS can help me get there. I'm like, let's go explore. But I know Jerry will be like, but I want to go with you. And I'm like, okay, I'll go explore an area if I think that you can handle being in a wheelchair up there. I'll take you up there. Otherwise, no. Um, yeah, we're not going to live up in Denver. That's too far north with too much snow and too cold. That's why we've chosen like southern Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Colorado. Canyon City is another place I'm looking at. Um, there's another nearby town. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Fort. No, is it Fort Collins? I don't know. But yeah, no, we're looking at southern Colorado, closer to the New Mexican border, but not that close. But Jerry was the one who made the discovery about the benefit of living in Colorado is I could be paid to be her caretaker. Um, but like I said, there are so many other benefits between the scenery, the people, the activities. Um, I can keep going on with that. A move will be so exciting. Ella, I think that's your name, Ella. I have been moving from one location to another location most, if not all, my life. Yes, there was a time when Dad retired from the Air Force until the time Mom and I moved back to Missouri after my father passed away, and then the time I from the time I left Missouri to get married and live in um, Can- uh, New York City. I almost said Kansas City for some reason. New York City, and now we're back here in Missouri with my mom because I'm her only child. Um, Jay Ann's parents are deceased, bless their souls. Especially, I did not get to meet her mother, but her father was a great man. Um, yes, my mom wants to go with us. She actually said, "Yes, I want to move out of Missouri, but I want these parameters." And when we looked, it was like, okay, Albuquerque has the parameters for mom, even though for me it would be too warm. I don't really want to move back to Arizona. And then Jerry Collins is up north. Okay, so I was wrong. I was thinking about something closer to Pueblo. Um, Mom was like, okay, well, let's research New Mexico. Well, Jerry decided to do research on health coverage and health benefits. And Colorado or Arizona are the two states in the area that we're looking at that has what Jerry wanted. So mom goes, okay, we can move to Colorado. Let's just find a place that's not too hot, not too cold. And we did. And we talked about it and we said, okay, when can we go out there to look at some of the area that we're thinking of? So, um, moving can be a major expense unless you know ways around those expenses. Mom's VA can cover a move. Um, if we have the people here in Missouri to help us pack a U-Haul, we can basically U-Haul it. Um, Now, we know the expenses. We've already done the numbers and ran the numbers and whatnot. And see, yeah, you moved in an area where their prices are high. We're moving to an area where they're, are you talking about $10,000 for a house? I, I find that hard to believe. I find it very, very hard to believe that somebody's going to sell a house for less than 100,000. Um, but the cost of living out there where we're looking is cheaper than any other place that we've looked or lived in. Cheaper than Missouri. Um, their health benefits and medical benefits are top notch. Um, but yeah, I'm not I'm not worried about the expenses because we're already getting those facts and whatnot in order. Um, yeah, $10,000. No, the move that we did from New York to here was like $4,000. It was nowhere near 10K. And a lot of times, the cost of moving depends on what you're moving and how much you're moving and that kind of stuff. I'm not worried about it. We're pretty much good on the financial side. It's just getting the ducks in the row of exact location and all that stuff. Yeah, I understood. I understood that, um, Diane. But I don't think it's going to cost us that much. But like I said, I think we got that already kind of looked at. Um, okay. And mom's on board. Mom's literally like, hey, let's go together and I will help with what I can help with, and we'll work out who's doing what to who and all that fun stuff once we get out there. Yes, Ellen, that's probably what we're going to look at is try to pack it ourselves, but that also depends on a lot of different things because, um, well, one, my back is not that great. Jerry is out of commission, um, so I would need people who would be willing to do it for me for beer and a pizza. And being we're in a college town, um, that's probably doable. It's just when we get out there. Yes, a new chapter is beginning, and I am so I other than the like I don't know if I want to call it anxiety, but the overwhelming desire to do it now and not wait and not worry about any of the other ducks. Just get from boom to boom. No, you kind of have to, count those ducks and line them up and keep them in line. And okay, you're free to go. We're done with you, and let's see what the next duck, what we have to do with the next duck. Um, I can already tell you this much. Just thinking about some of the locations that I saw to that were within the budget range we set. Um, I saw one particular house. And basically, it was a nice house. I think it was like a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, or was it 3 and 2 bath? But it was a nice house. Looked really nice. It had a nice piece of land, big yard, an outbuilding. Um, Actually, it was a garage with a workshop. Um, and right on the property line, I don't know if it was like over the property line or within the property line or whatever, was this creek, running water, the whole 9 yards. And I was just like, oh man, to live next to that on a nice night where I can open up the windows and fall asleep to the sounds of nature and the creek alone was just like, I want that. But you know, it it's one of those things where we all three have to make a decision on what's going to be comfortable for us. Um, how long have I been on here? A little bit over an hour. Um, a full home, movers, etc. Trust me. Yeah, I know it's going to be a house and the movers and all that will definitely cost over $10,000. Um, we're pretty much eh, we're we're pretty much at that point where between a VA loan, which I'm pretty sure mom can get, and the sale of this house, which is pretty much all we have to do is paperwork. We've already got somebody who's lined up. We just got to do the paperwork. Yeah, I did see Jerry's vlog this morning. Um, that's her opinions. I'm probably gonna go look at it or read it again just to get the whole concept of what she was trying to say. But yeah, mom, the dog, Jerry, myself, all four of us are going. When we go on the 7th, Oreo will be staying here with a house sitter, the very same person who is going to buy the house from us or try to buy the house to see if he qualifies. Um, so it's one of those things like we've got our ducks sitting in a row, and we know what we need to do with each duck. And current duck right now is just going out there to visit the areas and look at prices and homes, or at least neighborhoods of homes that we saw on Zillow are sitting. See if the neighborhoods are kosher and don't look like you know South Side. I don't want to say South Side Chicago, but don't look like some borough in the New York region that everybody forgot about. Oh look, that's Sam's borough. Where did that come from? I don't know. I didn't even know it existed. But um, she, we have been looking at a variety of homes for changing occupancy, um, where basically um, we've been looking at houses that are in decent neighborhoods with a low um, price tag. Are the relatives that you mentioned you are mentioning? Yes, yes, they're on my dad's side of the family. Um, I have second, third, probably fourth cousins out in Colorado that are from dad's side of the family. His cousin Marvin, God rest his soul, has a brother and his kids out there in Colorado. So I'm looking forward. Oh, Vox, nice to see you. Um, didn't even see you come in. I yes. Cece is. I usually don't mention her name, but it slipped out. Cece is my wife's home health person, and her brother wants to move back to Rolla out of St. Louis because it's getting too expensive for him, and he's hoping that he can get the mortgage to buy the house, and then they will move in with. Well, I don't know the full plan, so I can't talk about it. All I know is their plans were to basically try to buy the house, and then move in here, um, which hey, if they can do it, great. We don't have to wait for a buyer. We just have to do the paperwork, which means we'll be able to get out to Colorado sooner than later. Um, yeah, okay. It's over the 60-minute mark. Um, the house in Rolla, basically, the only thing we're paying is a mortgage. Otherwise, the actual house is paid off, except for that one item is the mortgage. So I don't know all the ins and outs of it. Like mom knows more ins and outs better than I do. Um, we're probably going to get a legal notary to legalize any of the sales to the agreed sales to this gentleman. I don't want to say his name. I already said too many names. I am. I'm just happy that they're here. Hey, Crafty, or Crafting. Sorry. I you know, I'm just happy that things are falling in place like they are. Um, I'm always on my holiday weekend now, Vox. Yes, I will laugh about it because of the fact I'm happy, I'm doing better, and with all these changes that are happening in a positive manner are just, I mean, I can't even describe it because I'm just so high up there that it's like I can conquer the world. But of course, I know better than that. I I don't want to say that I saw this coming because it would be weird to describe. But I can't hear what. Are you having problems again, Vox? Didn't we have a problem yesterday with you? Uh, um, I am. I can't say it any other way than I'm happy to see things happening the way I dreamt it. Um, I just, I don't always count on my dreams, and I don't always count on um, feelings all the time because I don't like I don't like second guessing myself, let alone what's actually going on. Please just make sure, your mom. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna take care of it because she will be with us. She might not be living in the same building, but she'll be living hopefully on the same property because we're kind of like, do we go property and put a double wide on there and get an RV for me and Jerry? Do we get a 3 bedroom or 4 bedroom house with 2 bathrooms? There's a lot of things when it comes to exact um, living location that's being bounced around. But I looked at Canyon the other night after the live that we had yesterday, and actually no, Crafty. I don't have any mods. I My wife was my mod, and then she stopped listening to my lives because she didn't like some of the things that were going on. But I I'm happy that things are happening uh, excuse me for just a second. There we go. All right. I don't need people adding their advertisements or unessential or non-necessary comments. So I'm sorry, folks. Um, not that I know of. Their box. And this guy, the guy was just trying to advertise food, and I'm like, with a name like that, I wouldn't want to eat at your restaurant. I don't care what you say is clean or not. But anyhow, yeah, I did. Um, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was just like, what the hell is this? Bumpkus? Um, I guess so. I guess the guy eats out of a toilet. I don't know. But excuse me. Um, what time is it? Where's my time? Okay, it's only 7:19. Wow, I thought it was later than that. Um, I'm glad I can't see him no more because it's probably a fake name. He's probably gonna run to his other account and jump on here and start doing the same bull. One thing I do know is I am so happy that this is finally happening. I mean, in the past, when I wanted to move to Colorado for all the wrong reasons, Mom didn't even want to look at Colorado as a place to move. She wanted to move directly back to Rolla. Um, I I okay. Jerry tried to call me and she hung up. But oh, I know why she called. Okay, I remember now. I've already been on here over an hour, and I've I've been wanting to watch a movie with Jerry and Mom that we're going to watch now because it's on here in a few minutes. And dang it. So I am actually going to sign off here in a second. Oh, that is disgusting. Doing a food review while on the toilet. That just don't sound right, let alone appetizing. Um, but anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get off um, so I can do stuff with my family before my mom decides to go to bed. I thank you guys for being here. I really do. I will keep you guys in a loop of what's going on this move or our on our journey to Colorado and beyond. Um, so I will hopefully see you on the flip side. You guys have a good night. Enjoy. Bye.